2NURFM News for our sponsor Guardia Jewellery, Toronto Town Square and the Esplanade, Warners Bay.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Georgia Lupton with 2NURFM Hunter News. Hunter Chicken Processing Company, Bayada, has been forced to set aside $500,000 to repay its workforce after being found guilty of mistreating its employees. The company was found to be guilty of exploiting its workers, with some working up to 18-hour-long days without overtime. The findings come after the Fair Work Ombudsman was called in to investigate allegations of exploitation and underpayment of workers at several of the company's Hunter plants. Newcastle's Lord Mayor Nuatali Nelms has joined Hunter Labor MPs this morning, pledging to say no to violence against women and children. The pledge encourages all members of the Hunter community to actively work to create a safer environment for women. Women in Australia are 3 times more likely than men to experience violence at the hands of a partner. Newcastle MP Sharon Claydon says a united community approach is needed.
Today, what we are really doing is saying, as your elected leaders, we're making this very public pledge before our community this morning, but we're asking the community to join us in this because we know that to really put an end to what has become an epidemic of violence against women, we need a united community approach.
A man has been charged following a home invasion in Singleton last night. It's alleged the man gained entry to the house and assaulted the owner before fleeing with stolen items. He was arrested shortly after by local police. Work is currently underway today at Double Crossing on Garangala Road. The works are aimed at improving accessibility of the causeway during floods. It includes raising the existing causeway, the installation of new box culverts, and reconstruction of the road approaches on both sides. Prior to causeway works, a temporary road will be constructed, allowing residents and other road users to have continued access. The Dantia Smart Hub is set to be launched at Charlestown tonight. The hub, a cooperation between Lake Macquarie Economic Development Company, Dantia, Beyond Bank and Big Air Limited, will provide professional facilities and expertise to Hunter businesses. Acting CEO of Dantia, Derek Lush, says tonight's launch will enable the community to have their say on how the hub will operate.
The brand will be launched tonight at the place Charlestown Square from 5 o'clock. It's an opportunity for the community to have a say in how the space will look, feel and operate and learn on what it's going to provide and the benefits it's going to deliver for business and individuals.
Investigations are continuing after 3 men allegedly stole several reptiles from a Cessnock zoo on Sunday at around 2:45 a.m. A carpet python, a bearded dragon and 6 shingleback lizards are missing. There were no signs of forced entry. Cessnock Zoo have said they will not replace the reptiles as they have more exotic species on the way, including lions, in time for Christmas. The accidental firing of a spear gun has left a 25-year-old Muswellbrook man with a spear lodged under his scalp. The incident, which occurred late on Friday, was the result of 2 men playing with the spear gun. The injured man presented himself to Muswellbrook Hospital before taking himself to Maitland Hospital. The spear was dislodged, with the man only suffering minor injuries. In finance, the All Ords is up 16 points at 54.04 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 72.44 US cents.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor Warners Bay Sports Club's Melbourne Cup Carnival.
The Newcastle Jets have maintained their spot in the top 4 early in the A-League season with a 1-0 win over the Melbourne Victory on Friday night. David Carney combined with Leonardo to score from a set piece, while Ben Kennedy led the Jets' defence from an in-goal to keep the Victory scoreless. Coach Scott Miller says it takes the entire team to put in a solid performance, not a handful of stars.
I sort of demand that from everybody, not let alone the bigger players, because we don't have the depth essentially to only look to 3 or 4 players. It's an equal leadership group in terms of everyone stepping up. It's opportunity versus their talent, and they must produce every week for us.
The first 2020 regional bash game between the Newcastle Blasters and the Hunter Hitman has ended in a super over. With both teams tied on 120, the Hitman managed to pick up only 3 runs from Ray Cooper's super over, which was easily reached by the Blasters to progress to the next round of the tournament. And Novocastrian triathlete Aaron Royal has taken out the Nepean Triathlon for the 3rd time, claiming $14,000 in prize money. That's sport. I'm Annabelle Regan.
2NURFM News Time is coming up to 2:05.